In this video session, we are going to learn how to install plugins and according to our need, which plugin we can take. So, first of all, on the left side, there is the option called plugins. So, under plugin options, there will be option like installed plugins and add new plugins. So, accordingly, as per your requirement, you will be installing that plugin. So, we'll see in the backend side, just will go to our backend part. So this is the backend part, right? So here we can see on the left side, this is the plugin option. So plugin is nothing, it's a kind of software which extends the functionality of your website. So under installed plugin, we can see the number of plugins which have already been installed, and under add new, we can add new plugins as well, right? But here one more option is called plugin editor. So again here you don't have to touch this part as like theme editor because this is related to coding part, right? So anyway, we are not going to touch this plugin editor, only we'll be installing plugins as per our requirement. So first of all, we'll see the installed plugins. So under installed plugin, only one plugin is added, right? So now you will be using uh, other plugins for this website. So as soon as I clicked on this add new, so this options are coming over here. So now what I'll be doing, I'll be creating lead pages, legal pages, that means that is called like privacy policy, terms and condition, disclaimer. So for that we need to require to install a plugin called WP Insert. So here just we'll type WP Insert. So as soon as we'll type WP Insert, that plugin will come over here. So this is the second one, WP Insert. So we are going to install this one. So just click on install now. So this we have installed, right? Now we'll have to make it activate, right? So as soon as we'll make it activate, this option will be coming on the left side. That means here this is the option. So this one new option will be coming on the left, right? So I'm going to activate this. So I have activated that plugin. So here we can see that one more plugin has been added in the installed plugin list, right? And on the left side here we can see WP Insert. So just click on WP Insert. So here we have to install legal pages. Now legal pages, let me tell you, suppose I'll open this one, this website, this is Google. So here at the bottom here you can see this terms is coming like privacy, terms and condition, disclaimer. So these pages are called legal pages. So that thing I'll be searching for legal pages here. So just scroll down. Okay, so here this I can see legal pages, right? So under legal pages, four pages are there: privacy policy, terms and condition, disclaimer, and copyright notice, right? So these pages are shown at the below of the website. That means at the bottom of the website, right? So now I want to add this page for our website. So simply for adding it, I'll have to click on this privacy policy. Just click on this, right? So by default, the content, it will be coming over here. You don't need to write any content. You don't need to create a disclaimer page or privacy policy page for your website. Automatically or by default, it will be adding in pages, right? So here, just click on assign pages, right? After that it is asking to generate a new page, right? So here we are going to generate this page. So just click on click to generate, and after that you have to click on update option, right? So the first page, that means privacy policy page, we have added. Now just we are going to add terms and condition. The process will be the same. Simply you have to click on this link, and this will be the content. Click on assign pages, then click to generate. Then again click on update, then go to disclaimer, and again do the same process, assign pages, click to generate, and update it, right? So these three pages I have added. If you want, you can add this copyright notice, but right now I have added three pages. So for that one, for seeing that pages whether it has been added in our backend part or not, so simply we'll go over here under pages option, then click on all pages. So here you can see this privacy policy, terms and condition, and disclaimer. These three pages by default it has taken, right? We did not create by assigning new pages, right? So that's the benefit of that plugin. Now just we'll click the dashboard. Okay, so for seeing that one, we'll go to the front side of our website whether it is coming or not. So this is the website. So here it is showing four pages: home, about, blog, contact us. But here at the bottom we are not able to see any pages like legal pages. So one thing it is clear, that means when the pages are not coming, that means some sort of setting we'll have to do. So again we'll have to go to the backend part, go to appearance, and go to menus option. So in menus option, this part we have already created header part. Header part, that means these four pages we are showing at the top of the website, like this one: home, about us, blog, and contact us, right? And whatever the pages, legal pages we have added, so here on the left side we can see, right? So we can show these pages at the footer part of the website. Footer part, that means at below here in this part I'll have to show that. So for showing that one, what we need to do, we have to create again a new menu. That means click on create a new menu. Okay, so you have to type the menu name called footer, then click on create menu. After creating this menu, this option will become active. That means you can see, and accordingly whatever the pages you want to show in the footer part, the same pages you can show. So let it be update first, then we'll see on that. Okay, now this part has become active. So these pages like terms, condition, privacy policy, and disclaimer, these three pages I want to show in the footer part. So after selecting this one, I'll click on add to menu. So this has been added. Now under the display location, I will select the footer part. Then simply you have to click on save menu, right? Okay, 2 is coming, 3. Yeah, all 3 has come now. So I have saved the menu, right? So if you want to show this page like about us or blog in the footer part, so simply you can select that one and you can click on add to menu, then click on save to menu. So it will be showing in the footer part, right? So I'm not selecting that one. Now I'll go to our front side. So this is the front side. So simply we can see here at the footer part, we are not able to see any pages, right? And this is the header part. Now simply I refresh this page. Now see, now these pages are coming here at the footer part: disclaimer, terms and condition, privacy policy. So by default it has taken the content as well. If I'll click on disclaimer, so see the content. The information contained in this website is for general purpose, right? So here by default your website name has taken, we can see here it's a demo digital, right? And this is the content. This content we have not created, so by default it is created content. Again, if you want to see terms and condition, the same thing we can see over here, like welcome to demo digital, right? And this is the content. So accordingly you can add that pages into your website as well. So now click on this demo digital. Now you want to, suppose you want to show your website is under construction or site offline, that means somewhere you are maintaining your website, right? So that can you that thing you can also show in your website. So right now your website appearance is like that. So again, for showing site under construction or site offline or site under maintenance, we have to go the backend part. For that, again we have to install one plugin. Click on add new. Then you have to search here a plugin with the name site under construction. So as soon as if you'll type here, you will be able to see number of plugins under construction and coming soon and maintenance page, like that you can see, right? So here somehow we'll be selecting this one, site offline or coming soon page or maintenance mode. So simply we'll click on install now. Okay, so as soon as we'll make it activate, so that option it will be coming on the left side. So here it has come to our plugin list, installed plugin list. Now here on the left side here, see we can see site offline. So now click on this plugin, site offline. So here you can see site offline or coming soon, that you can change this one, right? So right now this is disabled. So what you can do, simply you can enable this one, right? Enable site offline mode. Then scroll down, then click on save setting. So as soon as you will say save it, so you can see that your site is offline mode. So what we'll do, we'll just open in the new browser and come to here. Okay, click on that, save setting, copy this URL and open in the browser, right? Like this one, and paste. Okay, so we can see कि now it is showing site offline, right? And content is coming here like this one. So you can write your contents, right? You can show some message, you can add your, I mean, address, phone number, or email ID. You can integrate with your social media platform as well. So for editing that one, just you come here, or here you can select a logo or image for your website, right? So just simply click on upload image. So you can come in here. Any image we can take, otherwise we'll be taking a logo. So just search in Google like logo images. So here just we'll take this image, right? So this image, that means demo image, I want to upload over there. So simply I'll come over here, site offline, select file, then desktop, this image. So this image I am selecting, right? So simply I can click on insert to post. So here the image has been uploaded, right? So display logo, yes, site offline. So here you can change this one, site offline or site under maintenance. And here you can write down what that means when will you be live, or regarding what you are doing updation. So your content you can show over here. So just to type will be back soon. Sorry for, then click on save setting. So you have set the setting. Now we'll we'll check to the front side. So this was coming. Now just refresh this page. Now you can see this demo, that means image is coming, site under maintenance, and we will be back soon. Sorry for inconvenience. So that's the content is coming. So accordingly you can also update this address or email ID, right? So here you can also show countdown timer, that means when the end date is there. Then you can integrate your social media platform like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Simply copy the URL and paste it over here. Simply you can show this site under maintenance or site offline at the front side. Fine. Now, now you have to disable this site offline or site under maintenance. So simply just click on disable mode and go to save settings. Refresh this page now. Now you can see again, that means your website is live. So like that way you can install plugin, right? Now just go to plugin. This is the installed plugin. You can have a look of the installed plugin. And one more plugin we are going to install. See, backup is very important for our website, right? Time to time we'll have to keep taking our website backup. So why it is important? See, if you won't take the backup of your websites, so in future, if your website will crash, so you can't recover the backup file as well, right? The your file as well. So accordingly, for taking all your file in your system or in your drive, you need to download or you need to install one plugin called WP Migration. Here just you can type search for, sorry, go to add new, type all in one. Simply type all in one WP Migration. Yeah, this is the plugin that we are going to use for the backup of our web. So this is the plugin, right? Apart from that, you can also search with the keyword like backup. Just to simply type backup. So the plugins, like you can see, backup plugin, backup and restore WordPress plugin, right? So here you can take the backup of your website file. So anyhow, just we are going to install all-in-one WP migration. So this is the plugin. Just click on install now. So as soon as you'll activate it, one new option you will be seeing on the left side, right? So here now you can see all-in-one WP migration. Here we can import and export our file. So for taking the backup of your website, click on this and click on export. That means if you click on export, that means you will be saving file in your system or in drive or in other platform you will be saving, right? So this option will be coming. So where you want to export to, right? So accordingly you can select file, FTP, Dropbox, Google Drive. So here you can see. So these are the paid version. So now just we are going to export this file into our system. So for that you have to click on file. So it will start analyzing your website. So here it will analyze your website file size. So it will taking some time. So here you can see the file size is around 31 MB, right? So for downloading it, you have to click on download this file, right? So if you'll click on this, it will be downloaded in your system. So you can regularly be taking this backup, right? So there will be number of plugins. So according to your requirement, according to your website, you can search that plugin in Google and simply you can install at your backend side. Now we'll we'll talk about our, that means lead generation, yes. Customize your blog page. So here we'll understand how will you customize your blog page. For that one, we'll go to the front part of the site. So here, this is the home page we can see, right? This is about us page, and when we click on this blog page, so it is showing totally blank, nothing is coming in the blog page. But whatever the blog or article we have written for this website, when we are clicking on this site title, so these pages are, this post are coming. This is your article or blog post. So we want that this article should come under the blog page. So for doing that one, we go to the backend part and just go to the setting, right? So under setting you have to go to the reading option. Here just this is the setting part, go to the reading part. Now here see your home page displays. So by default it is showing your latest post, right? So but we want to set it that ki under blog page this post should come. So for doing that, we'll select a static page and home page. Which page we want to keep as a home page? So here we'll select home, and post page we will select blog. So whatever the post you will be writing, so it will be coming in uh, blog page, right? So just simply click on save menu. So after saving it, again just to come to your front side. So this is the thing, click on home page. Now click on blog. So this is the blog page. Click on that. Now we can see that this our post is coming in the blog page. Earlier it was blank. Now whatever the post will be doing, it will be appearing over here. And when we click on the title, site title, so inside title, that means our home page will be coming, right? And now we'll talk about this. So here on the right side, you can see this is the sidebar. So under that, you can see here recent post, recent comment, archives. These are called widgets. So it is up to you whether you want to show it here at the front side or not. If you don't want to show it, you can remove from here, or if you want to show it, which option you want to show it. So it is up to you. Now we'll check how to we remove or add the widget. So go to your backend part again. So under appearance option, there will be one option called widget. So click on this, right? So this is the sidebar. As I told you, this part is called sidebar. So here, whatever the option is here, that it is coming. So now we want to remove this meta. Simply click on this and delete. So this is meta. Delete this one. See, this is the meta. Meta, that means directly from here you can log in at your backend part, but we don't want to show here at the front side, right? So we have removed this. If we want to remove recent comment, right? So we can also delete this. Recent post, search, archives, categories, or if you want to remove categories or archives, okay, we'll take archives, you can delete it, right? So only three things are there: search, recent post, and categories we have done. Now again we'll come to our site and we'll refresh this page. So here we can see only search, recent post, and categories is coming. So category, that means you can create at your backend part. That means whatever the post you are creating, so according to your title, according to your post, or according to your title, you can create category. Category, that means if you are writing on education, you can create a category like education. If you want to write about travel or technology, so you can add that one. So how you can do, just if you want to go to the post page, if you want to add the category, anything like we are selecting this one, right? Click on edit. On the right side here, see category option is coming. So simply you can click on add new category, or just you type digital marketing and click on add new category. So that category will be added. So here we can see that category is added, right? So now for checking this one, we'll go to the front side, and now on the right side we can see digital marketing, right? So this category we have created, and under that what are the articles or what are the blogs have been written, simply you can click on that and you can check it. So the particular one post will be coming, see, category digital marketing, or one post is here. So like that way you can create many categories, and accordingly you can select your category, you can select your blog, and you can update over here. Now the other thing will be seeing for our website. So now go to your appearance option, theme. So you can customize your theme from here as well. So click on customize. Some option you'll be able to see. We'll check this. So here site identity is coming. Site identity, that means the site title, like demo digital. Here it is coming demo digital. So you can change it if you want to change it, right? The name. So if you change the name, see, it has been removed, right? The same way you can work on the title. You can add tagline, that means the punchline of your website or of your business, right? And here you can select site icon. Icon is also called favicon, and favicon is nothing here at the top. Like if I'll open Google, right? Google. So here, see here under tab, this part here we can see image of that Google, right? And here one I mean email image is there. So by seeing that logo or by seeing that image, we can understand which website is open. So for our website right now, no image is there. So for setting that image, we need to add select I mean this icon. So simply we'll click on this, we'll select the image, which image we want to show that. So the same thing, we'll take this logo image, open, and we'll select. Then it is asking for crop image, so you accordingly you can crop it, right? So simply we are cropping it. Okay, so like this it will be coming here. So at the top we will click on publish. So we have published, right? So this is the front part. Now just you refresh this page. Now you can see the icon, that means the logo image here. So now go back. So other option we can see menu, as we created header and footer part. That is thing, that means header and footer we created. So directly you can create header or footer or any other menu option from here. Then widgets, I told about widgets, how you can remove or add widgets. Home page settings. Home page setting, that means the same thing we did in reading option, right? We selected home page, blog. So which page we want to show as a home page, that we can select from here and simply we can show it. And this additional CSS, that means it is the coding part for designing your website. If you know the coding, if you know the CSS coding, then simply you can go over here and you can edit your design and color and themes as well. So now we'll go back and we'll see the other things for our website. Simply close this. Now come to post. So here we want to create a link, right? Link is nothing, that means it redirect to the user to the particular destination page, fine. So I want to create a link. So link, that means for example internet, I want to make this word as a link. So first of all I'll come to our front side and I'll come to blog. So under that I want to show this post, right? So I will click on this, and this is this URL I will copy. Now I'll come to backend part. So here I want to make this word as a link. So this is the link option, right? Click on this link option, paste that URL and click on apply. So I have created a link, right? And one more link I want to create, for example, digital marketing. This link I want to create. So again, I'll come to the front part, and for that, whatever the page you want to send to the user, for example, about us, I want with that link, I want to send the user in about us page. So I'll click on that and I will copy this URL. Then again, I'll come to the backend part. This is the word. Click on the link symbol and paste the link. Click on apply. So I have created two links and update it. So I have updated this URL with the link. Now I'll go to the front side. This is the home page. This is the home page. Now I will click on blog. So that link I created in this potential of digital marketing. So I'll click on that. So here, see in blue color, you can see this is the blue color. That means this is the link right here, digital marketing. So when I will click on this link, so the particular destination page will be opening. See, houseboats in Srinagar. It is coming. That's the thing. Now for digital marketing, we created, a link for about us page. So click on this, will come and we'll see directly it is taking to about us page. So like that manner, you can create a link for your particular post, for your particular content. Now we'll see the other thing. We'll go to our backend part, and just to assume that uh, you don't want to show this widgets right at your home page or about us page, so simply you can also remove this widget. So for that one, we'll go to our dashboard at the backend part, go to the page option, click on all pages, go to home page. So here on the right side, one option is coming called sidebar. So by default it is taking uh, default, that means on the left side. So simply you can select it whether way you want to show it, left or right. If you select it left, so that sidebar will be coming on the left side. And if you don't want to show that sidebar, so here click on no sidebar, right? Then click on update. So as soon as you will update the thing, the sidebar, it will remove from your home page side. So now come to your front end. Right now this is the widget, sidebar is coming. Refresh this page. Now see, the sidebar has been removed. So like that way, if you want to remove about us, if you want to remove this sidebar from about us page, you can go to your backend and you can select all pages. You can select about us page, and from here on the right side at the top you can select no sidebar, right? So if you'll select, go to, every time you have to update for saving it. Now come to your front side and this right now this sidebar is coming. If we'll refresh this page, see the sidebar has been removed now. So this is the thing. Now here, this is the site title. Suppose we want to show a logo, our business logo or website logo over here. So for that one, you have to go to the backend part, click on dashboard, and here go to appearance part, come to theme option. So if you'll click on theme options, there will be many options coming for this particular theme, right? So now this setting is coming. You can go to general setting and you can check the settings, and accordingly to your need you can change these things, right? So one by one you can read it and you can check it. Simply you can go to performance. So this is related to coding, so no need to do anything over there. Styling option. So under styling option, you can change the color. You can change the background color, theme color. Theme color, that means when, see, this is blue color is coming for this one and for the title, right? So accordingly, if you select the color of that scheme, it will be changing. Same way layout style, you can select. Right now sidebar was coming on the right side, so if you select this one, so sidebar will be coming on the left side. So accordingly you can just check and you can update the things, right? The color, and this is the some gradient color, you can check it on. Then go to the header part. So here now you want to show logo, right? So here, okay, you can click on and off option. If you want to show logo, click on, and this is the other thing that you can simply on and off. This is normal button, right? And now you want to add your social media platform like your Facebook page, Twitter page. So what you have to do, you have to go your Facebook account, copy that URL, your page URL or your profile URL, copy and paste it here, and click on OK, and click on save changes. So it will be coming in your website. So when you see here, see, this is the icon of Facebook. So when people will click on this, they will redirect it to your particular social account, whether it is Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Now we'll come again on general setting. So here we can select logo for our website. Click on this browse, select, and select that image. So it will be added. Now click on select image and save changes. Now go to your front side and check. This is right now the site title was coming. Refresh this page. Now can see now logo is coming. Fine. So suppose I'll go to contact us page and I will click on this logo. So the home page is coming now. Now we'll go to the backend part. So simply you can check the options. It is very easy. So simply you can change the font style of the site title. You can change the background color, right? So here, see, these are the options we are able to see. Again, I click on this appearance. Okay. So as soon as I'm clicking on this, these themes are coming, right? So this theme option and other menus, widgets. So it depends on the theme, right? If you will change the theme, some option you won't be able to see. And if any other theme you will be selecting, some extra option you will be able to see. So this option, this setting and the layout, it depends on your theme style. So what we'll do, okay, we'll make it this theme activate. We'll try to activate any other theme. So just I want to activate this one, so I'll click on this activate. So this thing will be activated. Fine. Now I'll go to the front side. I will refresh the page. See, see the layout has changed now, right? So this thing you can change into the theme option. Go to the backend, refresh this page. See, now here the option that earlier theme option was coming, it is removed now. You can read about the theme. You can customize the theme as well. Now some extra options are coming. Now here theme option is coming under this. If you click on this one, see lots of option is coming. So it depends on the theme, right? Again, we'll try to activate some other thing. Like you want to activate this theme, okay? Click on activate. Now come to the front side, refresh the page. Now see the total, layout is changed now, right? So here now footer 1, footer 2, footer 3, footer 4 is coming. So accordingly at the backend side you can update this footer part. So for this one you will be getting some additional option. So you have to check in under the setting also, you have to check in theme options like this. Intra theme is coming and background menus visors. Okay, we'll go to customize. So if you'll go to customize, so as per the theme the option will be coming, right? So in some theme you'll be able to see extra option. So now here see this option is coming: logo and site title, header, hero, sidebar, footer. So like that way you can check on this, you can click and you can work on that, right? So simply we'll go back and we'll choose our old theme, that is socially viral. So this theme we were using. Click on activate. So you don't need to install this plugin. By default it is showing you suggestion. With this theme you can install the theme, but no, don't require. Come on this and refresh the page. Now see the changes. So accordingly you can work on the theme. Okay, so now we'll go to the backend part and again we'll go to install new plugins. Suppose this is a website and most of the people nowadays they are using mobile. So here we can create WhatsApp chat as well, right? So when people will be visiting your site, they can visit, they can directly chat you with chat box option, right? So we'll go to the backend part and here we'll search for WhatsApp. Just simply type WhatsApp. So here you can see number of plugins, right? So you can check any one and accordingly you can install and activate. So whenever you install any theme or plugin, so guideline is available over there. You can click on more details or you can click on the preview option and you can check how to use that plugins or how to use that themes. In fact, you can Google for that particular theme or plugin, right? So here we are going to install this one, WME. So generally click on the install option. So it is installed now. Now I'll make it activate from here. So click on activate button. So here in plugin installed plugin list, we can see this, right? So from here directly you can go to the setting option. Otherwise you can check on the left side for that option, right? So that WV chat VVN chat is not, we are not able to see here. So in that condition you have to check in the setting part as well. So in setting, here it is appearing like this chat, right? Click on that one. So here simply you can edit your number, right? So any number you can, that means the number which is integrated with your WhatsApp, right? So you can write that number, for example 83194. So this number I have typed, and here you can write any message, right? uh, any message, that means hello. Then here one option will be there, mobile only display the button on mobile devices. So it is up to you, but here if you click on this, so that this button will be showing on the mobile devices only, right? But we want to show this on desktop as well, so no need to click on this. And here you can check the position from which side you want to show this chat button, right? Either you want to show it left or right, so you can select it. You can select any image for that one. And here button delay, just you can increase or decrease. So we'll keep it for 2 seconds. WhatsApp web, open WhatsApp web directly on desktop, so it is up to you, right? So if you want to open WhatsApp web directly, you can simply click on that, otherwise not requirement. And start. Then chat delay, that means simply you can increase or decrease the timing from here. So display notification balloon instead of opening the chat window for less intrusive mode. So again you can check or uncheck. So now just click on save changes. So remember this, all these settings you have to set according to your requirement, right? Then click on save settings or save changes. So now this is saved. If you'll go in the advanced option, right? So here some options are coming. So here it is asking, from here you can configure on which page that WhatsApp button will be visible. So here you can select the page. Right now by default it has taken global. If you select the particular front page, blog page, so accordingly it will be taking on that, right? So right now let it be global, and click on save changes. So setting we have done from our backend part. Now we'll go, we'll refresh the page and we'll see the effect. So here on the left side we can see this WhatsApp chat option, right? Now if we'll go to any other page, see I'm clicking on about us. So it, see again it appears over here, right? So in whatever page you'll be going on, it will be coming all the pages, because by default it has taken global, right? Or only you want that only this chat option button should come over here, only the home page. So at your backend part in advance you can select any page, right? So only you want to show this front page, just click on this front page and this chat option will be coming on the front page, that means your home page. Okay, so this setting we have understood. Now, if you want to create more pages, like here, right now here 4 pages are coming. If you want to create more pages like product and services, So that's you can create from your backend. Simply you have to go on pages option, go to all pages, and you can increase the number of pages, right? So just click here, add new, then type the page name like or our services, right? So you can add product page as well. So here, just if you want to put any content, you can type here your content, or simply you can publish from here. So I have published one page that is called service page. Now after publishing this one, if I'll refresh, so I won't be able to see that page over here at the front page. Why? Because that page I have to select in header part, right? So for selecting in header part, I'll go to appearance in menus option, right? So in menus option here, we can see right now menu name is footer. So in footer part, these pages are active. So just I created a page, service page, right? So that I want to keep it in the header. So from here I will select header, then click on select. See, so these four pages are coming at the header part. Now the page I created services. I will click on this and just click add to menu, and this you can adjust and click on save menu, right? So if I'll refresh this one, so that page, see the services page, now I can see, right? Simply you can create drop down pages. Drop down pages, that means sub pages of that category. So how you will create that? Again, come to your pages option, and whatever the services or product you are selling or your services you are providing, simply you can uh, add that page with that name, with the particular product or services name, right? So click on add new. So in services, suppose you have, for example, I am taking digital marketing. I will publish it, and one more page I'll create like SEO services. So this two page I have created. So I want that these pages should come under services option, right? So just I updated this one. Again, I will go to the menu option under appearance. Here the menu option is there. Click on that. Now you have you have to select those two pages. Select those pages. Click on add to menu. So I want to create drop down page for this one or sub pages. So I will select these two page, and I will keep it little bit right, right? See, like this. After keeping it over here little bit right, that means I have created a sub pages over here, right? Then click on save menu. So the location already we have selected here, header. We have set this one. Now we'll go to the front part. We will refresh this page. Now here see, we can see this option is coming, and the two pages which I have created, so it is coming under services page, right? So this is sub pages, right? So you simply you can create like that. So this was the base for developing your website. So the main thing over here is your themes and plugins. You have to Google for themes and plugins according to your requirement, and accordingly you can install in your backend part for your website. So I suggest you just keep working on different plugins or different theme as well. So you'll be able to know the other option. So first, make practice or do practice on first theme, and after that you can simply install install more themes to work on. Right. So keep practicing. All the best.